Speaking of comedians.
Hey,
oh my
speaking
God.
of comedians.
Speaking of comedians, let's save him.
All right.
Please.
For another episode
Put him out of his misery.
Coming to the stage right now. We'll see if we can shut up for 5 fucking minutes to hear him. It's Andrew Rivers, everybody!
Hello, welcome, thank you. Wow. How can I follow all of that? Well, it's good to be here. I used to open my show with a vaccine joke, but it's becoming less effective over time, so... When I first started telling vaccine jokes, like 93% of the crowd was loving it, unless they got the J&J. And then a couple months later, I noticed the laughter started to wane a little bit. And my friend was like, dude, just get a second vaccine joke to get your laughter back to the original levels. And now, a year later, it's like, I think I need a third or a fourth vaccine joke. And everyone's like, do you have one that's okay for 5-year-olds? I'm like, fuck no. Damage that could do to a kid, exposure to jokes at a young age. But happy to be with you all. I was just in Canada. I like performing in Canada because I like bragging that I don't have a DUI. I don't know if you know this, you're not allowed in Canada if you've had a DUI in the last 10 years. Yeah. I thought America had a tough immigration policy. Holy shit. That excludes half the comedians I know. America's like, build a wall. Canada's like, hey, as long as you haven't driven into one, we're cool, But, when I was in Canada, I met a lady, which is exciting because I've been telling people I have a girlfriend in Canada for a long time, but now it's true. No, you just couldn't meet her because of COVID. What about the other years? We saw it coming. But she's great. She's been previously married, so she's a rescue. And her last husband actually killed himself, which is great news because that means I'm her type, so... Oh, come on. Hang in there. We're going to get through it. We're going to tie the knot soon. No, it's fine. Some of you guys are laughing. Some of you are like, he needs therapy. You're both right, but... I actually got over my last breakup with the help of a therapist, but it was a massage therapist, which was weird. She didn't jerk me off, I promise. That would have been much less awkward than what actually happened. She got real touchy-feely with my actual feelings. I don't know what your typical massage expectations are like. I'm planning on just getting naked and never talking to you again, like a Tinder date. She was asking me like super personal questions about my relationships, She's like, are you single? And I was like, yes. And she's like, why? And I was like, what? Did she send you? Like, I don't understand. What are you guys splitting my deductible? Like, what's with this line of question? And maybe it's my fault, right? Maybe I walked into the wrong building or accidentally circled deep issue massage, But every time I would try to give like a vague non-answer, she just digs her knuckle into my thigh like I'm a prisoner in Guantanamo, So he's like, why didn't things work out? I'm like, oh, people change and people grow and time heals all wounds. And then she elbow drops me from the top rope like Hulk Hogan. And I'm like, I didn't appreciate her enough. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I ignored her phone calls until she acted crazy and I blamed it on her. Tell you what, when I left that massage place, it felt just like regular therapy. I was crying. I called my dad to apologize. I had a bill for $800. And that's when I learned sometimes it's not the happy ending you want, it's the happy ending you need. I don't know. She's a musician, though, which worries me. I don't know if it's good for two creatives to date. Is that a good match? A musician, a comedian? And I know we have our differences, right? Like, she has talent and a fan base and the respect of her parents, but maybe she'll understand some of my quirks as a fellow creative, Like, she comes home and there's candles everywhere. I'm bent over the couch with a finger in my ass, and she's like, hey, that's just the process, don't question it. That's how I wrote my first hit single. But I don't know. Are we too similar? I mean, we don't need two people laying around the house all day. Someone's got to wear not the sweatpants in the relationship, you know? Also, what if I don't like her music? That could be a deal breaker. You know, now I got to lie to her even more than usual, you know? Now she's performing a bad song at the Grammys in a dress that makes her look fat, you know, and it's all my fault. Too far for that one? I got it. All right, that's a little joke here, but I'm done dating younger women. I'm 37, so younger women have been done dating me for a long time, but just announcing a policy change. 23-year-olds, you're super hot, but I can't even read the font on your Instagram story anyway, so go have fun, you know? I'm not old, but I'm not a young man. You know, it's time to date someone who can recognize the signs of a stroke, you know? My priorities have shifted, you know? Everyone on dating apps is like, do you have any pets? LOL, what's your sign? I'm like, do you know CPR? This is important. All right, thank you guys very much. My name is Andrew Rivers.
Andrew Rivers. Tip jar is open top right-hand corner. You can PayPal. You can send in those Venmos. Great job, Andrew. That's fun.
So funny.
I always describe a massage as you can have all the pain you're going to have for the next month in 1 hour all at once. And then feel good the rest of the month, or you can just spread it out and feel a little shitty for 30 days.
Well, now when I do massages, I usually, unless I have like an active pain, I just ask them to go Swedish, really soft, and I just relax for an hour. It's the best. That's
I like a medium. You know, I don't need to be in pain, but I like the ones where they step on you.
Yeah, I go get a massage every time my legs don't work and I have a hard time standing up. Like, once my legs hurt so bad I can hardly stand up, I can get a massage.
I feel like you might want to do it a little sooner, and maybe you could stand up.
Well,
I mean, it is sort of in the title.
Any
of what you
preventative
do.
care, Bowers? No.
I just go hard till I can't stand up and then I get a massage.
That's kind of your philosophy for everything.
Yeah, I'm not saving anything for the swim back, guys.
Partying life, everything. It's the same.
He's a sit-down comic, not a stand-up.
Andrew, your set was so good. For a second, when you started talking about your real girlfriend, I thought you were still talking about your imaginary girlfriend. And when you said that her ex-husband killed himself, I was like, that is very dark to make that up on an imaginary girlfriend. That seemed very unnecessary.
Well, they're both imaginary. She just dumped me, so
really?
I thought this how Bowers tricked me into this. He was like, "Hey, I'm giving you a blind date with Nikki Glazer," and I was like, "I'm in. I'll do a set." And no, I'm just kidding. That didn't happen. But
What he meant was she wouldn't see you at all. That's what.
yeah. It's a blind date. Yeah. Like, she would rather go blind than look at you.
I thought didn't you tell me a story about she hit on you one time?
Well, I was gonna ask her about this, but you know she was on a time thing, and you saved me for the end. But we were at a comedy club one time, and she very confidently walked up to me and introduced herself, and she was like, "Oh, hey, Zach." Like she was like very confidently said the wrong name. And I was like, "Oh, I'm not Zach." And then we started chatting. She was very nice. But then afterwards, all the comedians that were hanging around were like, "Dude, she was hitting on you. That's a move. You got to go talk to her." And I was like, "I don't think so." So I was going to try and clear it up. But if you guys have any opinions on that, I'm sure.
Yeah, do you think that's a move? You
I'm interested.
It's a
I mean,
great
she
idea.
did send the message and say, "Tell Zach I said hi."
Yeah,
I think she
texted us on a group chat.
But I think she just thinks that like your name is Zach. I don't know that it's like a move.
She probably confuses me with Zac Efron, you know, probably.
No, I think you look like that Zach guy from that
Galifianakis?
No, that one where they lived in the hotel when they were kids. What's the one? Zach and Cody.
Zach and Cody.
Zach and
The
Cody.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Yeah, you look like Sweet
Yeah.
Life. Zach and Cody went wrong.
I wish
You
your
know what I mean?
Zoom froze when you said you looked like Zac Efron. I wish I didn't even hear that. You know what I mean? That would have been better. Your hair looks good. Are you just going to keep growing it long and long and long?
I don't know. I thought about cutting it because I recorded my special last July, and I wanted to do like sort of a time lapse of like I thought it would be cool to see like, oh, I wrote this joke here, and then I wrote this joke here, and I wrote this joke here.
Like
you
carbonating
know.
your jokes. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, and
Scratch on the wall at your height.
You do a little bleach on that part of the
Right,
hair.
right, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
and then I can write in on Sharpie, and someone's like, "No, I had the deep issue bit." I'm like, "No, I wrote it back here. It's
You're
me."
right. No, see.
deep issue.
But
massage is
now
very
I think a lot of girls like the long. I've been getting way more
no, for
attention from the ladies now that I think they think I might be a hockey player. We just got an expansion team, so no one knows any of the players yet.
Well,
You've been getting a lot more attention from girls, though? Why?
because
why
long
the
hair, dude.
tension?
I'm telling you,
I
man.
don't know.
I'm growing my hair long, and it's inspired by two things. I have a comic friend who had long hair, and he was a super hot dude, and he cut his hair off, and he's not hot at all. He's just an ugly guy, but he had long hair, and I was like, oh shit, if that can make that guy hot.
Your hair is freshly shaved. What do you mean you're
No, I'm
growing
saying the
long?
top. The top. I haven't cut the top in 5 months. I'm saying the top is gonna.
Okay.
I'm
That's
growing the
5
top.
months?
2 inches is big to
Dude, it's not gonna get long if it's about 5 months.
I got a
By
year.
the time
50%.
he's 78,
But
he's gonna have
I
long
think-
hair, and
it goes
by the
quick
time
once
he's
it goes.
bent,
That's 5 months, dude. You're just not getting long. You're not getting Rivers length.
I'm saying if I don't have it gelled, it's about this high.
It is. I saw it.
Super hot.
It's super.
I just have it gelled and curled up. But when I straighten, it's like it's not.
Now I want to see you
I
in
can't do a
curls. I
ponytail
want to see you in
yet.
curlers.
But my point is, the second reason I started growing my hair is how good you look now, Rivers. How much of it,
thank
like
you.
how much of our you're. And I'm like, if Rivers is a hottie with long hair, goddamn.
If anyone can do it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And we
So-
will see it
That was a
later
backhanded
when
compliment.
he loses the drawing contest and his hair's wet. So
Yes, true.
Okay.
I'm excited
Got it.
about that.
Then, but yeah.
Oh, that's right, the
excited
drawing
about that.
contest.
And the drawing contest.
All right, let's
We've
finish
been
this up.
here. Are we here? I feel like I'm in a time warp. This is
Well, you just started 40 minutes late, so that's why it feels later than usual.
That's an excellent.
We had a major studio issue. I had to set up a whole backup system in a matter of about 5 minutes. It was not easy to do.
Yeah, we
All
can't get
right,
the reverb
Rivers,
on.
let's get to some tips.
Tips for Rivers. Here we go.
Brian Davis tipped and said for your vaccine material, it killed. I'll put my
Nice.
coat.
Nice.
Jack tipped and said, love this set, love your wall.
I would have said, I see you doing that vaccine material.
Bert and Ernie. Anna D sent you $10 and said, thanks for the laughs from Toronto.
Aw, Bert.
Front and row, Stephen Val sent you 20 Canadian and said, this will be worth $98 when you come to Connekstan.
Whenever I perform in Canada, it makes me feel like a woman because when I get home, my paycheck is only 80 cents per dollar that I normally make. So.
Yep.
I want to remind everybody that certain laughs are at how absurd that is. We're not
Yeah.
getting paid less. We're
Ben
laughing
is
at our
not
anger.
supporting
No,
this.
it was like, oh, yeah.
Yep, I know.
Reality.
Too sad, too true. Yeah.
I was just enjoying, an hour and a half without my hood on, so.
But obviously, the SDSC, we don't do it that way. Jody gets 70% on the dollar.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. She gets 70% of the tips that come in. So.
Let's see. Alexander Breyer tipped you and said, Rivers, you've moved right past Ernie to definitely a drug dealer with that hair.
All right. Well, with all these tips, I'm heading to the weed store.
Dude, you might even have to head there. You could just have a knight hang outside your window and lower your hair to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that.
There you go.
You know?
That's pretty hot.
Miley tipped you and said, miss you guys. Gray Gorman tipped you for Rivers. Yeah, that's what we got.
Love
Thank you
it.
so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you
Yes,
for being
thank you.
here.
Check out
Thank
the
you for
album,
staying
the
here.
special is streaming on YouTube, and
What's the special called?
For the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reasons?
For the wrong reasons.
For the
Sorry,
wrong reasons.
yeah.
Got it. That's on YouTube. And how do we follow you online?
At Andrew J. Rivers, Instagram, YouTube, OnlyFans, whatever service you want to subscribe to.